Now, if you're planning on going to a regatta or even just down to your local launch area, you're gonna need some sort of transportation to easily and reliably get you and your laser there. Now, there's several transportation options available to you, and we're gonna talk through each and figure out which one is gonna be the best for you and your situation. So the first and most obvious answer is to put the laser on top of your car. It's what a lot of people do when I go to events. This is what's kind of the most common thing. A couple pros and cons to that, right? You're able to not have to deal with a trailer, obviously, when you're there. The biggest con, I think, of putting it on top of your car, you lose the option for additional cargo space. What I absolutely love about this bit on top is just being able to throw in my life jacket, hiking pants, anything that's wet during the day. Usually the regattas are a couple days, sometimes 3 to 4 days, and the last thing you want is wet, stinky clothes in your car for the event. So it's nice to be able to just throw it up here and close this lid and be good.
Here's a time lapse of what it looks like if you were to utilize this type of single laser trailer. As you can see, I'm able to offload it by myself, but it's a long process. And I'm also worried that I may be warping the hull over time when I put all this weight on one side. I also have to be really careful that I don't slide the boat on the auto baler and get it caught on those wooden crossbars, or I risk bending it, or worse, breaking it, and I'll have to change it out. If you're interested in how to do that, click the link at the top for another helpful video on changing your laser auto baler and which springs are the best to use.
Now, if you decide to go with a trailer option, you will need to have a hitch on your vehicle and have the capacity to carry at least 2,000 pounds or more. I have my trailer hooked up to an all-wheel drive Ford Escape SUV with 2,000 pound towing capacity. And this trailer is a model ECK12. It's a Continental trailer with a length of 17 feet and width of 72 inches. This one is customized to 14 feet, so I can fit it in my garage and get out of the elements. So if you're thinking about storage, you may want to do the same. It's really as easy as chopping off the tongue here and just customizing it so it's a little bit different. Important to note, weight distribution is really critical on these things. You know, when you're deciding how to build or where to mount your gear, I will cut to that video now and what that looks like from a driver's perspective when trying to recover a vehicle that has out of control. Moral of the story is make sure to push the laser and gear as far forward toward the back of the vehicle, because if not, the chances of going out of control increase and being unable to essentially recover from an out of control situation decrease. So very, very important. I can't stress it enough. Put all the weight towards the front of the trailer and the back of the car. We have a 50 pounds and has a load capacity of 1,200 pounds. The laser weighs about 130 pounds, so that leaves plenty of additional add-ons or mods for storage. These are selling online right now for roughly $1,000 to $1,500, whether it's used or new. Tube mounts. This is essentially just a conduit PVC pipe and mounting kit with end caps. It's a great way to keep all your spares in one place, protected and out of the way. I went with an 8-inch PVC pipe, that way you could fit all your spares. Also highly recommend you get a spare bag for your mask, boom, and upper so they don't get banged around in there. I also highly recommend you get a lock. Sometimes you go to these events and they're not in the nicest areas, so it's always nice to have a lock and have it protected and know that if you walk away, nothing's going to get stolen in there. I'll usually carry 2 sets of everything, so I'll have 2 booms, 2 uppers, and then a lower full rig and a lower radial. Something also worth mentioning is the dynamic dolly and how you can carry that. What's really nice about these is you can actually remove the tires if you want. Just a little clip, push that down, clip comes up, tires slide out, and then the same goes for that long bar underneath that will actually break apart and condense down. So if you really needed to put this in your car, you could. But I actually just store it right on top of the boat, which is really, really nice. It's all put together. That way it makes it easy for, you know, launching and getting the boat back on the trailer and getting out of there. Covers are used to protect both bottom and top from rocks or other flying debris on the road. Very, very important. Just make sure you tuck the top cover inside the bottom cover. That way if it rains, the water's not going to collect under the cover. Whatever type of trailer you go for, that you get a lock for it. This is the one that I found to be kind of the best, where, you know, they can't even open this to get it out, and it's locked in. This is from Master Lock, and I'll put the links in the description below. Now with that said, I would also invest in a lock for your hitch as well, because it's just as easy to come up and pull your hitch pin out, and then take your hitch off, and then take the trailer with that. So highly recommend you get a lock for your hitch. This again is Master Lock, and I'll put the link in the description below. Let's talk maintenance a little bit. I know you could just drop this baby off at a trailer place for $100 and get it serviced once a year, or you could, you know, just get a grease gun and grease it yourself. I went ahead and got the bearing buddies for this particular trailer for easy greasing and of the bearings and caps, and add new grease seals. Essentially all you need to do is add new grease 2 or 3 times a year, depending on how much you actually use the trailer.
Now when it comes to regattas, most venues will have a place for you to put your trailer when you get there. So when you arrive at the regatta venue, you're able to decouple the trailer, offload your boat, and not have to worry about driving around with your trailer the rest of the weekend. While using a trailer is not exactly fast or convenient, it is extremely reliable and great for additional storage space for your spare spars and dolly.
Your tubes for all your spars. This is really smart. He's got 3 right here, leaving himself plenty of room. They've actually put locks on them too, which is really smart, because you never know. Some of these places you go into are this one's really cool. This one's actually, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 lasers with 2 tubes, and then a spot for a kind of a coach boat in the middle, like this one. This one's really cool too. So this is perfect. This is ideal. This is something that I would do. Strong welding all the way across. You've got 2 spots for 2 lasers. You've got 2 tubes, and then you've got the coach boat in the middle.
Now when it comes to recreational launch areas, there are so many beautiful beaches to launch your sailboat, especially in Florida. But most counties and state park beaches do not want you parking a trailer there. So putting it on tops gives you access to areas you otherwise would not be able to get to, which is a huge plus. I hope this video helped you decide what type of laser or dinghy trailer to purchase and the pros and cons with each. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, and until next time, we'll see you on the water.